Previously on Mythandmurder. I need to get this in check. Someone else has shown up in New Gordon City.
Because I was kind of planning to come through this
them.
room like atomic blonde and just start fucking shooting people. Oh my god!
Those two guys poof. And they cover their friends and the walls.
Yeah.
Soot and ash go everywhere. Is Shaun the type of person to just leave this person unconscious, or would you just pop this vampire's head off like a dandelion? You see the manor appear and is in flames. I'm looking for someone, and if we're going to be able to kill Octavius, I need him found now. His name is Charlie. So, you guys are going back to the manor? Is that your plan?
Yes, because we have to do this like within an hour.
He turns to one of his people and he says, "Travis, give them the card that they'll need to get into the basement." And he reaches into his jacket pocket and pulls out like a swipe card and hands it to you. And Victor gives you the general layout of the basement and where to find the storage unit. And by storage unit, I mean
the storage,
like an actual like a metal box, not a like what you're in currently.
This man in this box.
I Vanna White.
A bodyguard who was deeply involved in the end of the line. Mr. Conrad, I believe, thinks he's dead. I gotta go get your blood. I guess he's also emergency rations in case we're late.
So you guys get to the gate of the manor. There is a whole lot of nothing going on here. It's eerily quiet. You can see that there are piles of ash laying around in the yard where people used to be. So you're going to head inside?
I'm going to head inside.
So you are able to find the staircase that goes down into the basement. You head down there. You come across a metal door. You see a small panel on the wall. You like jimmy it open, slide the card, the door's open, and you're now standing in this small stone and metal labyrinth underneath this manor. There's a bunch of different rooms. You're fairly certain that this is where they sleep. I'm going to use this word for having no better word to use. Kind of a cafeteria type situation where you find on the back wall there are a bunch of about 6 or 7 feet tall metal cabinets. And you go over and are able to open those up, and they have just stacks and stacks of those silver containers from the lab.
How many? Quick estimate, does this look like more than 1,000 capsules?
So we'll say each one has 12. Not all of them are full.
Yeah.
So that would be what?
We'll say about 540 capsules. Just you rip out all the foam packaging and stuff. You take out all of the injectors and you just dump all the capsules just into 2 cases.
And about what rate do people eat these?
There's 12 in each case, so that would be 1 for 2 hours. Yeah.
If they're taking
opposed to
them every 2
eating
hours.
a person, it's kind of
Yeah.
I mean, but how many people do you have to eat per day versus like?
Probably 1.
Probably one.
One person could probably last you a significant amount of time.
Yeah. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Cool, let's get out of here. I have no idea what I'm doing.
You open up the storage unit, and there is what looks to be
a pile of ashes.
A pile of what looks like it used to be a person in the middle of the floor. And then Victor and his 2 bodyguards like kind of pressed up against the back wall as the door opens and you guys come in.
I confirm that he is sucked dry, or are they going to have a meal for a little while?
The door shuts. It doesn't look like there's a lot of blood here on the ground. They didn't drink him by the looks of it. They do have some blood on their mouths, so they did drink a bit, but they didn't suck him dry. It looks more like they very methodically separated him out into chunks.
They're like
they now?
2 o'clock, 3:30, second breakfast, brunch, second brunch, dinner.
I'm gonna look over the stuff.
And he's like, did you find the synth?
Not that it mattered, Vic! Seems like you're just gonna chow down even if we get back in an hour.
You said they could.
We did drink a bit from him. We didn't take...
From him or him or him over here or...
Oh, well, we drank from him, but obviously we weren't going to let him live after that, so we killed him. We obviously had to because... How do I explain this? When a vampire drinks from another vampire, if you're not careful and you do it too much, that vampire can gain some hold on you. So we were hungry because of the circumstances. We drank a bit and then had to make sure that he would not be able to take control of any of us or
That makes sense.
charm us into doing things for him.
He was your prisoner.
And I figured this would be easier for transportation.
Logistics.
I don't like wet packages.
Here, I'll hand him one of the cases and be like, here's some synth blood.
Oh, one of the cases is like
280 of them?
Yeah.
And
I'd be like,
flips
careful
it,
opening
he
it.
opens
Careful
it,
opening
He's just like, what? And he lifts it up. He's like, okay, all right.
He's like, these guys know how to fucking deliver.
So
5 stars.
he sets it down in the corner
He's got
and divvies out a few.
He's got 270 in there.
Okay. Any wounds that they had, any scrapes, small cuts, or anything that was remaining, just close up, and they are good to go.
Question, you vampire guys.
Travis, I don't think I actually got to meet you guys last night. He shakes your hand.
Benjamin.
And you're Shaun, yeah?
Yep.
My name's Leah. It's nice to meet you. Thank you for helping
Yeah.
Victor.
Yeah. Hey, garlic. Is it a thing? I gotta know, man.
Victor and Travis kind of chuckle a bit. Leah looks like she took it a bit as an insult, but Travis is like, no, it's not a thing. That's not a...
Okay.
No.
It's just gonna offend some people. But not like
Not like effectively.
Not like a real
crosses don't really do anything either. Just
Stake it to the heart. That's the... If I'm going against other vampires, not you guys, obviously.
Right. I mean, obviously we're uncomfortable
Not
going
you.
into churches and things like that, but like
Right.
crosses don't do anything, saying the Lord's name backwards or any other weird shit.
What about
Nothing like that.
the invitation thing?
Oh no, we can go wherever we want.
Oh yeah, no fuck you.
But yeah, if you stake a vampire in the heart, that won't kill them, but it will paralyze them. They will be unconscious. They will basically just be a normal dead body at that point.
Left of center? Or are we talking dead center? I'm just...
You're gonna want to aim for the left.
Okay, so
Right out here.
okay.
I love how chill these guys are that are like total bodyguards.
They just ate a dude, okay? They're not chill about these questions.
They would not be alive if it wasn't for these two.
Yeah.
So they're like, if they wanted us dead, we'd be dead already.
Yeah.
Right.
Telling them how to kill the guy that we asked
Technically,
him
you're
to
on
kill.
the payroll with them, so they're like, yeah, you work for him also, so fuck it. So yeah, but it's the easiest way to incapacitate would be to stake first and then worry about killing them
Ask
after
questions
that.
Now, would it be anything, or does it have to be a wooden stake?
It's gotta be wooden.
Gotta be wood.
Gotta be wooden. Metal won't do anything.
Any particular wood that's the best?
Not really. I mean, I guess if you got a personal preference,
Okay.
Pine?
the best way to incapacitate is to stake and then go from there.
Okay. Decapitation?
Decapitation will work. Decapitation's a good place to start.
It's always a good...
If you got a bit more time, the sun's always a
Solid.
go-to. You could also just burn the body.
Yeah.
They like fire.
No, we don't.
Yeah. There's that whole rage thing, too, right?
Fire can be a bit difficult for us to control ourselves around sometimes, yeah. Some people, they get used to it. They kind of ease them so that, they dip their toe in the...
In the flames?
Primordial and metaphorical flame.
Yeah.
Stepping off
In the pool that is the representation of fire.
So, Victor, your bro, did he like dip his toe and his whole foot and his whole body in flames?
Cause what the fuck?
He was just sort of sitting out there in the sun.
When I had last seen him, which was a long time ago, he was not a Daywalker.
How does one become a Daywalker?
Vampires can get used to being around fire and make sure that they don't lose their cool around it. No vampire can learn to just get used to the sun. That's not a thing that we can do. It's impossible. So the only way that I can think that he would do this is that he found a vampire who had that ability and ate them.
I mean, what about SPF 2000?
Not so
We're
much.
talking like pure curdled cream here. Basically cottage cheese.
I mean, at some point, if you surround us in that much of something, if we're in like a vat of cottage cheese, then yeah, I guess that would work.
Like,
I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
I'm wondering if like his pasty complexion
Euphemism.
was-
He's like an official. He's like a real person talking about cottage cheese suits.
It's like, okay, new plan. We get hazmat suits, film with cottage cheese, we walk wherever we want.
You guys are gonna smell awful. Here, take this garlic oil.
I'm gonna be like, no, but like seriously, sunscreen, does it help?
No.
Should we get you? Oh, okay.
No. That won't work.
Is there anything else you guys need
I mean,
aside from the?
I guess we're good here for now. We can deal with boredom. We're kind of
Yeah. We need to
good at that.
We need to rest up a bit. So
Oh, by all means.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. Take your leave.
you got some defenses, because
As of right now, I think we're ready if anyone decides to show up. It's also daytime, so we are mostly protected. I don't think my brother's going to show up here by himself. But later tonight, I think it would be best for us to start going on the lookout to find my old friend, just to make sure that I'm prepared for whatever comes next, because something is definitely brewing.
Well, here's my card. This is my number. If you're in trouble, call me.
I would like you to be back here by tonight, if possible.
Yeah, we can do that.
At nightfall.
Cool. 8 or 9 o'clock? Cool. All right.
So Shaun is gonna go rest up. Sami is sleeping.
Yeah.
Sebastian is sleeping. Benjamin, I believe you're about to go talk to Carl.
That's the plan.
You head to his address. You go up the stairs, just kind of slowly reading the numbers, trying to get to the one that Sami was able to get you through her contacts. Keep going, you're finding this number, keep going, and you get all the way to the top. There is one door on the very tip top of this apartment complex, and that is room 231, his room. And Carl comes to the door. Ben, and he kind of like looks behind you and he's like, okay, come on in, come on.
I saunter in.
And he shuts the door, chain and deadbolt,
Yeah.
and turns to you. It's really good to see you, Ben.
nice
It's
to
been a
see you,
while.
Carl. And
You
I
guys hug.
give him a hug.
A machine hug.
And he says, how has the glamour been doing?
Glamour's been fine. Been holding up, although I've unfortunately run into a little bit of heat.
It should be able to hold up to any elemental, anything weird.
I'm in trouble with the police.
What? Why did you do that?
It wasn't my fault. I was attacked by a couple of vampires, and
Oh.
one thing led to another, and
Now I'm here.
then I was caught on video flipping a truck.
Oh
So,
no. Okay.
I would like to become somebody else.
Oh, right.
I also have other wishes, if possible, if we still have access to
Right.
resources from the guild.
Right. Yeah. Let's go into my workshop and see what we can do.
Okay.
He goes over to like the corner of his apartment, and there is a metal spiral staircase. Just kind of like goes up into a small hole in the ceiling, and he goes up there, and it's kind
on
of
the
hard for
top
you
floor,
to
isn't he?
squeeze up through there.
Yeah.
Yes. And there is a very large laboratory, but with not just like technology, but also arcane, magical, like a wizard's lair type situation. And this is definitely significantly larger than like an attic space.
Right.
This is like he's got this
He's
connected
made
to
a
somewhere.
room of arcane power.
Right.
When we've walked into it. Can I do an Arcana check as I go in there to see if I can like suss out what's
sure.
going on, since I haven't really like played in this field a whole lot? 16.
You would actually be familiar with this room because this would have been the room you and your small group initially did the tests for building these constructs that
Gotcha.
got you stuck in one.
Right.
He leads you inside and he starts like
It's a lead.
kind of scooping some paperwork off to the side and moving some incense and candles out and just clearing some space. I should definitely be able to help you with that. Is there anything you have in mind?
As far as what the glamour looks like,
Right.
elven.
Oh. He goes over to his computer and starts typing some stuff, flipping through some folders and things that he has nearby. He goes over to a large tome that he has and cracks it open, flipping through some magical arcane enchantments. He says, it's going to be tough, but I think we could pull it off.
Can you make me a child?
An elven child.
I'm not a child, but say 14, 15 years old. Young, very young.
Okay, interesting. He jots down some more notes. I would be super careful about getting into any confrontations. Even if it's just like you defending yourself, it's going to seem very suspicious if this elf is able to output such strength as you have currently.
Absolutely, which is why I have my second request.
Okay.
I roll him the basketball.
Okay.
I need a focus.
Focus?
I can't sleep, Carl.
Oh.
I'm going to sleep. I need something.
Oh, because you're. Oh no! And he's like, I don't know why we didn't think about this before.
Yeah. Constantly active all the time.
Right.
So if I
of course you would have to be. Your construct wouldn't be able to stay. Oh no. I can figure out something before you leave today. The glamour is going to take some time.
That's okay.
It should work well.
As long as somebody doesn't deflate the ball, then what happens?
Then maybe I'll set up some type of failsafe that will jettison you back into the construct.
Now, we've not really gone over this, but how do I die, Carl?
He looks down a bit and he says, Do you want to die?
I don't really know at this point.
This is Ben. I know things are rough, but
do I move on?
Ben, we don't really know.
That's...
If something is to happen to your construct body, we don't know what will happen to you. I don't want to be a downer, but Christ, Ben, you could be a vegetable for the rest of your life.
And for all intents and purposes, I already am. You're putting me into a basketball.
That's a reverse vegetable.
You're gonna be able to bounce!
Worse, so good. You're completely alive up here, but can't do anything about it.
Oh, God.
Oh my god. Don't ever lose yourself. Because I'm gonna have to come find you. What brand was it?
He says, if things get that bad, I will come find you. I won't let that happen to you. We do have to talk about something. I'm absolutely, totally fine with helping you with things like this. If you need anything else, I can definitely help you out as best as I can with whatever we have, but...
As he's talking, I pull out that other half of that giant wad of cash that I got, and I lay it down on the table.
He says, Ben, it's not necessary.
I'm not taking it with me.
Okay.
He's like, I'm a poor wizard.
I'm going to help you with anything that I can, anything that you need that's going to make things easier for you. I'm all about it. But other than when we're working on stuff like this, I don't think it's a super great idea for us to be seen together for a while. With how chaotic things have been, and since what happened, I mean, if anyone found out that all of us were involved, and some of the guys are still trying to get into the school, and if the Enclave finds out that we were involved in this, those people who still think that we even deserve to be in university, they're not going to be able to fucking get in. So there's not a whole lot of people in that group willing to still help. And I don't want to get any of those people in trouble, and it's nothing against you. You're my friend, and you will be forever. I understand. Until this all gets fixed, I can only be around you if I'm helping you create something or make this easier for you.
Do you have protection for yourself, Carl?
I mean,
I use a condom.
Do you have legal protection?
Not a baby anytime
Stuff that you're able to use, not that's been banned.
I mean, I have my magic. Other than that, not a whole lot.
Handgun.
You put Victor's handgun out on the counter. And he's like, whoa, Ben, I don't know how to use one of those things. I don't feel super comfortable.
You're helping me out with a lot. The sooner you get this done, the safer I am. I need to make sure that you're safe. I know you may not know how to use it, but as long as the target's in front of you, it's going to be a lot better.
First point and click interface.
All right, I guess,
Don't shoot yourself, Carl.
Don't shoot yourself.
I guess
Carl.
if things get bad and I'm in over my head, I guess it would be nice to have something that isn't a spell. Thanks.
No, thank you.
He starts working on the basketball.
I guess I would head back to the warehouse.
So basically, everyone is up and ready to go at about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So you guys were up all night fighting vampires. So, and this is in the
group
chat?
text.
Yeah.
Okay.
Victor's
house is fucked. ...
Whoop.
He's alive, comma, we got him.
So Victor's alive. I need to speak with him.
Okay.
I patiently
one of
wait
those
for a more
fucking people.
reasonable response.
You see that I'm like typing more.
Right.
And it's just the...
And it's,
Watched pot
it's-
never boils, and I
it's-
put it down. I want to say some proverb from like fucking patience and shit from the Bible.
Meet me at Shoney's.
God damn it.
We'll talk over a cup of
No, we can't do that because we're being sponsored by Denny's.
That's right.
Gotta go to
Sorry.
Denny's.
Meet me at Denny's.
I already made the background image for the Denny's, guys.
Oh god.
Don't make me make another one for a Shoney's.
It's the same logo. You didn't replace it with Shoney's.
You tell Sebastian to meet you at our sponsor and
The Denny's.
Lord and Savior.
Lord and
Denny's.
Savior at the Denny's.
On First and Main.
Oh god.
That's where our Denny's is, right?
Oh, god.
First and Main. Right next to Dollar Shave Club house.
Right.
Dollar House Club Shave.
That sounds like a very different service.
It's like a fraternity.
Oh no. But they shave you?
Or you shave them.
Everything's good at the Dollar Shave Club house.
Oh god.
Brought to you by Dollar Shave Club. And Denny's.
And Denny's.
Send us shit!
Listen, if they're willing to... This is going to age the episode a bit, but if they're willing to drop a bunch of money to fucking advertise the Solo movie,
That's true.
they'll advertise and sponsor our shitty D&D podcast.
Our D&D podcast is gold! You take that back.
And we lost our sponsorship.
That was fast. So you're at the Shoney's.
It's a new diner that just came up in town.
And I'm gonna swing by the Goldilocks on the way to the Denny's.
Okay, there's some people in here. It's not super crowded, but Arthur's here. He looks over at you.
Give him the head nod, and I walk over to the bar.
He shakes his head to himself and kind of looks down at the counter.
Oh, fuck.
And puts down the stuff that he was doing. Just leans on the counter.
So
I-
Can I help you, detective?
I'm like, Arthur, I really only stopped in here so I could just ask you to do me the easiest favor.
Oh my god.
And that is, and I look at him and I look around and I like kind of give him the eyes of, is it okay if like, are the people around me right now, are they in the know? Like, are they... I look around, are they fae? Are they
He
humans?
shakes his head no. He's like, mm-mm.
I guess I get a napkin and I laugh and I touch him on the arm and I'm like, he asking for my number and I write down on the napkin that says I'm like, Finn, the North Point Park killer, may not have been alone. There may be more fae who thought the way he did. And he already has my card, so.
Give me a persuasion.
A 15. Anything?
Fuck. Alright, so he is a detective.
I come back to
And
the counter.
He calls back to the back room. He says, Becca, watch the bar. He comes out from behind the counter and he goes to the front door. There's like a few small tables outside with ashtrays and stuff, and he takes a seat. And he's smoking for a bit, and he says, listen, with everything that you guys have been involved with, I guess I can talk to you about some of this. There's a lot of people in this city that are like us, that are like me and Gira. Some of us just came here to live our lives normal. We just want to be like everybody else. Some of us just wanted to even if we don't get to own it, live on our old land.
And that third percentage?
There are groups of people out there who they either want to take it back or want humans to understand that this isn't theirs anymore and that they need to come to grips with the concept that they are not at the top of the food chain anymore. There's a lot of people around here that are really dangerous, Sami. And if you're going to start sticking your nose around Fae, I suggest you do it very subtly and don't get wrapped up in a bunch of shit. I'm a Fae and I don't even go around that shit. At best, I hang out with Gira every once in a while, but Fae are fucking dirty and they can't be trusted.
I love it.
Everything that they do, everything that comes out of their fucking mouth is some type of ploy to trick you into doing something that you don't want to do.
I was like, I understand that. I've had a very limited interaction with those Fae recently, and I can already see the strings pulling above my head with no way of cutting them.
You're talking about the guy.
Yeah. But what I'm concerned about is that Finn is just the beginning. That his track of murders was just a calling card to unite some more like-minded Fae. And my job is to make sure that no one thinks that they can get away with it.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Sami. People are going to get away with it.
See, that's what I can't abide, Arthur.
Listen, the sooner that you come to terms with that, like I did, the sooner that you won't get dragged into shit like this, and the sooner you can, just start living a normal life and get as far away from your grave as humanly possible. Because you stick your nose in shit like this, your grave's you're gonna take a corner too fast and suddenly, boom, you're in a grave.
Boom, grave. Didn't even ask for it. Grave.
Bada bing, bada boom. Grave.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, Arthur, I appreciate you looking out for me. I understand that you kind of look out for a lot of people around here. But really, I'm looking out for all of the innocent people that are getting caught up in politics that they don't even understand.
I know, and that's fine. If you want to do stuff like that, that's fine. I partake in shit like that too from time to time, but...
So are you gonna tell me what other people have come through this bar have been talking the way Finn's been talking?
I don't fucking know if I should. I'm trying to get you to a point where I feel like I can trust you with this information, but I don't know.
Arthur, you can trust me.
Right, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not saying that I need to find out whether I can trust you. I need to find out whether or not I can trust to give you this information and you not go running headfirst into your own fucking death. I don't want to turn on my TV one day and see that Detective Sami Friedson got her head fucking decapitated and stuffed in the back of a toilet tank. I don't want to see that.
I've been like, oh, Arthur, you being sweet on me?
No!
No!
I don't want that shit on my conscience. I have enough shit on there as it is. I don't need more shit stacking up.
What it comes down to is the more information I have, the safer I'm going to be. If I walk into anything blind, I'm as good as dead as opposed to being armed with knowledge. You can help me arm myself right now.
As long as you understand that walking into something blind is going to get you killed, then it's not my fault if you go walking into something blind. So all I'm going to tell you is stay away from the Paradise Casino. Don't go near it. Don't go in it. Don't talk to people about it. Don't talk to people who work there. Don't talk to people who go there and gamble away all their money. Don't talk to anyone who may or may not have talked to someone who may or not looked at the building. Just stay away from it.
I'm like, so it must be pretty dangerous for a large man like yourself to be afraid of something like that.
You know what?
Damn it, Sami.
Sami, yes, it is fucking dangerous.
Sounds
So
like
stay
I
away
need to go
from it.
poke around there.
I gotta go back in here. Takes a big drag on a cigarette.
And I'm like, hey,
Finishes it off.
you know, those will kill ya.
It's like, I'd probably not.
Fucking try me.
I give him a nod, like I appreciated him speaking with me.
Kind of like waves his hand like, yeah, all right.
And I'm like,
Okay,
and I'm
yeah,
like,
I get it.
I'm like, Arthur, tell Teddy I stopped by. I give him a wink. I sashay to my car. I drive to the Denny's.
Definitely.
At this point, everybody meets back up at a restaurant that is not labeled anything that may or may
Right.
not be copyrighted by some other large franchise.
Of course not.
Well, let's just call it Donnie's.
Donnie's.
Just have Donnie
Call
be
it
character.
Donnie's.
Fuck it.
Okay.
Fucking- That's been this whole
Welcome
episode.
to Donnie's!
Watch your
That's the name of the episode. Welcome to Donnie.
Welcome to Donnie's.